Hello, David here. My apologies, guys, for coming in a little bit late. We're sorting out some technical stuff in my studio, but we're here now. I'm excited today as we look at the art of consistency in our 2020 season. As we look forward to experiencing great success this year, I am determined to bring lessons that are designed to transform your life forever, that are designed not only to change your life, but to equip you and make sure that you have all the tools that you need to get all the way to the top. So I am excited that you're here today, and I'm so grateful that you tuned in. I don't take that for granted. And thank you so much for bearing with me today. My apologies once again for starting a bit late, but we're going to get this done in no time, and you will be glad you waited. You will be glad you tuned in. Share the link. Tell somebody David is live right now talking about the art of consistency, and make sure that you are a blessing to somebody else by sharing this link. Okay, let's see if we can do this together. All right, so hello everybody. As you can see, I'm not in my studio tonight, but it's okay. I've had some technical issues in my studio, and that is why I'm not in it, and that is why I've started a bit late. But we are here now, and we're gonna get this done no matter what. Okay, so you guys ready? Let's go. Let's do this. So today we're talking about the art of consistency, and literally a lot of things in life hinge on this. As a matter of fact, I believe it is the greatest key to your success. Consistency is the greatest key to your success. Therefore, on our journey for 2020 this year, we have to make sure, in fact, I've got a diet. Every podcast is designed to feed into your life to make you a winner. At the end of the day, at the end of 2024, after all is said and done, I want to see you at the top. And I'm determined to take as many of you with me as I possibly can. And so what is consistency? I mean, if you look at it in any dictionary anywhere, it's going to tell you that consistency is about not giving up. It is about keeping at it. It's about stickability is not an English word, but I like to borrow it. But it is about keeping going no matter what. And that is consistency. And it is not about doing something once and not doing again tomorrow. Now, many people set New Year's resolutions. And you may have made a resolution to say, hey, this year I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to do ABCD, and then come end of January or February, they're no longer doing what they were meant to do. As a matter of fact, myself included, I find myself in places where I've determined, oh, I'm going to do this. This is what I'm going to do this year. And at the beginning of the journey, most of us are excited. Most of us are motivated and enthusiastic, and we cannot wait to do it and to go for it. And we have the zeal, the excitement. But after some time, that begins to wane, and we begin to slow down. And sometimes we even begin to wonder why we're doing the things we are doing. That is why I brought this topic, because I want to see you at the top. And consistency being the key, one of the key ingredients to your success. We got to deal with this on our journey this year. So for those of you that have just joined us today, this is David. We are dealing with the art of consistency. And that is to say that no matter what you do in life, if you don't master consistency, more than likely, you're not going to make it. If you don't master consistency, more than likely, you are not going to make it. And that is why I am determined to sit here and share with you these key principles. Now, I only have 10 keys that I'm going to share with you in how to master consistency in your life. 10 keys of how to master consistency in your life. So let's go with number one. Number one key is have a plan. Number one key to master consistency in your life, have a plan. In other words, you must set smarter goals. I have already shared a podcast on setting smarter goals. So if you missed that one, go back and look up the Winning in Life podcast and find how to set smarter goals, strategic goals for winning in life. And so what do we mean by smarter goals? Very quickly, a recap for those of you that missed out. It is goals that are specific. Okay, so you can't be blasé about what you want to achieve this year. If you don't have a plan and you don't have smarter goals, more than likely you will quit along the way, and your consistency will suffer. So the first thing that we're going to look at is you must have SMART goals. They must be specific, they must be measurable, they must be attainable, they must be okay. I used to say realistic on this one, but I've moved on from realistic because I'm a Christian and I walk by faith. And so instead of realistic, we have gone with the fact that your goals in the SMART goals, the R has been replaced by, anybody remember? Those of you that work with me, anybody remember the R in the SMART goals? Checking. I wish I could do this as a class, and then I can ask questions, and then people can answer, and then I can look at that. But if you can, I'll see if I can see your answers. Anybody remember? Let's see if we have some comments here. There we go. I can see your comments. Okay, so anybody remember what the R is in SMART goals? Just checking, and then I'll leave you alone. That's the only exam we're doing today. And then after that, I won't. Okay, I'll leave you alone, just in case you feel like I'm torturing you. So the R is for relevant. Okay, just in case you forget. So they must be relevant. And so we've replaced realistic with relevance. And then the T is for time bound. Don't just talk about stuff. Make sure that you set a time when you're going to achieve it. There must be time bound. Otherwise, you're just dreaming. It is a pipe dream if they don't have the time attached to them. Now, the E is for evaluation. That means once in a while, you must evaluate your goals to make sure you're still on track. Okay, so that's the first thing that you got to understand, that if you want to master consistency, you must have a plan. To master consistency, you must have a plan. Let's see if we can move on to the second key for mastering consistency. So now that you have a plan, you have your goals, you know where you're going. What next? What next? Let's see. The next thing is be accountable. Number 2 key is be accountable. In other words, it is very easy to make an excuse to yourself when nobody is listening, nobody's looking. It's very easy to even lie to yourself. In fact, you might even negotiate with yourself and tell yourself, oh, I'll just get it done tomorrow. Oh, I'll make up tomorrow. Today, I'll just eat whatever, and tomorrow I'll get back to, eating healthy. Or I'll skip the exercise today, I'll do it tomorrow. But if you have an accountability partner, it is much, much harder to always be looking to explain why you skipped doing what you're supposed to be doing as part of your goals this year in order to achieve 2020. And so by having an accountability partner, by having somebody you are accountable to, somebody who watches what you're doing, somebody you report to say that you have done what you say you're going to do, this makes sure that you remain on course for achieving your goals. And this is going to make sure that at the end of 2024, you're standing with me right at the top of your success in every area of your life. Now, these 7 keys that I'm giving you for the art of consistency will apply to any area of your life. They will work in your job. They will work in your business if you're an entrepreneur. They will work in your ministry if you're running a church. They will work in your charity if you're running a faith sector organization. They will work in your home. They will work in your personal life. So number 2, be accountable. Find an accountability partner. As a matter of fact, when you have somebody you're accountable to, you will be so shocked and amazed that when you're telling them why you didn't do what you were supposed to do, you will be amazed how ridiculous you will probably be sounding when you're giving them the reason. But when you just say to yourself, it made perfect sense and the excuse was legitimate as to why you did not do it. Remember, consistency is about sticking with it and doing it regardless. And so if you don't have an accountability partner, you will justify why you didn't do it because you're the only one in the room. You're the only one listening. You're the judge, whatever they call it, jury and executioner. And so you're excusing yourself because there is no third party involved in what you are doing. Find an accountability partner. Number three, celebrate small victories. Celebrate small victories. In other words, learn to chop up your dreams into small chunks. Instead of just waiting until you've achieved all of it, cut it up. If your goal is to achieve a degree or a master's or a PhD, whatever, celebrate every assignment that you do well. Celebrate every exam that you pass. If it is to raise an emergency fund, maybe you want to raise £1,000 this year as an emergency fund. celebrate every 100 pounds, every 200 pounds. You celebrate every victory. And so this will help you to stay on course. It will help you remain consistent, because when you celebrate small goals, it keeps you going. It reminds you why you are doing what you're doing. As a matter of fact, these small celebrations will help you to stay focused, to stay motivated, to stay excited. And even when the going gets tough and sometimes the end seems so far away, the little victories will help you to keep going. So remember that you must celebrate small victories. Be present in the moment. Don't just wait until everything is in place before you can smile, before you can laugh, before you can celebrate. No, if you do that, that is a recipe for quitting. It is a recipe for getting discouraged, because sometimes the goal might take a bit longer, the end goal, the final goal. But if you celebrate the little victories, this will keep you going. It will keep you excited. It will keep you invested, and it will prevent you from quitting. Okay, let's see if we can do number 4. Let me just check. You are still here with me. That's good. Making sure you're not sleeping. I'm still here. This is not an AI. It is still I'm just putting it on your screen so that you can see it for yourself, for your own notes. Let's see if we can go to number 4. Number 4, schedule and revise your goals. In order for you to master the art of consistency, you must schedule your goals. What do I mean by that? You may have goals written down. Oh, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I want to achieve. But until you actually put them in your schedule every day, they will not be achieved. Remember, one of my books, Nothing Just Happens. Listen, if you do not schedule it, it's not going to just happen. It's not going to come and knock on your door. Your goals are not going to come and remind you, get me done. No, you got to deliberately schedule them in your day, every day. Schedule your goals. This is what I need to do. Even if it's 1 hour, 2 hours of your day, assign it to fulfilling your goals. Otherwise, all you will have is a New Year's resolution. I've got these goals in my year of plenty. This is what I'm going to achieve. But at the end of 2024, you have not achieved anything because you forgot to schedule your goals. Put them in your daily planner. Okay, at 8 o'clock or 7 to 8 or 6 to 7, I'm going to exercise. And 6 to 7, that is what you're going to do. You're not going to be on Facebook. You're not going to be replying to emails. You're not going to be eating breakfast. At 6 to 7, you're going to be exercising because it is in your schedule. You have scheduled or scheduled your goals. You must do this. And alongside, I decided to add, revise them as well. Every so often, you must revise your goals, which is what the E in Smarter Goals is for evaluate. You must go back. Sometimes you set goals a while back and things have changed. Plates have moved and a lot of things have happened. And now some of the things are probably hindering you. You must revise them and be flexible enough to adjust them, not cancel them, but make sure they still align with the ultimate goal and vision where you're going. So in order for you to stay consistent, remember, schedule and revise your goals. Nothing just happens. You must have them in your daily planner. You must have them in your things that you do every day. If you're writing a book, if you're an author like me, you must schedule every day between 7 to 8 or between 8 to 9, or whether it's half an hour or 1 hour, I will write something in my book. So whatever you're doing, when that time comes, you have an appointment with your pen and paper, if that is how you write. You have an appointment with your computer, if that is how you write. So remember, schedule or schedule, depending on where you're from in the world, your goals, and make sure you revise them. We are doing good. Let's see, what number are we on? I believe that is number 4. Let's go to number 5. So number 5, you must cut out procrastination. Okay, let me explain what I mean by that. I often say procrastination is not your friend. And I mean it when I say that. Procrastination really isn't your friend. However, in terms of consistency, what do I mean by cutting out procrastination? What is the result of procrastination? Procrastination is as a result of fear. Procrastination is because you are scared of doing something, and as a result, you don't know what is going to come out because you're uncertain. So you keep putting it off. You keep putting it off. That is all what procrastination is. It's all about putting off something because of fear. And so in order for you to stay consistent, you must understand that you're going to have to overcome fear this year. You're going to have to be courageous. You're going to have to step out regardless of what it looks like. You're going to have to step out even though you don't have all the answers. You're going to have to step out even though you don't know how it's going to turn out, because you're pulling back and holding back because of fear is resulting in procrastination. And this procrastination is resulting in the paralysis of your dream and your vision. And so you're not making any progress. It is better to make progress and go on in the right direction, even if it's slow, rather than not make any progress at all, because then you're not getting started. So make sure that in 2024, the year of plenty, procrastination is not your friend. You're going to have to put procrastination aside. You're going to have to say goodbye this year. You are gone. And I am so grateful for all of you that are tuning in and valuing these podcasts that are practical skills that I'm determined to give anybody who is willing to get wisdom and get understanding for winning in life. And I know I could be here and tell you about deliverance, the demons and all that. And then there are a lot of Christians who get excited. But I commend you who are excited about getting understanding. By the way, I believe in miracles still. But these podcasts are designed to equip you specifically. As a matter of fact, they cost a lot of money to teach them out there in the corporate world. But by God's grace, we are bringing them here free of charge. And I'm hoping that they are blessing somebody right now, even as we do this. And so we're going to consistently carry on and keep blessing somebody out there. Let's see if we can do where am I? I did number 5. This is punchy, short, and brief. That is why I'm cruising through them. Let's go to number 6. Number 6, you must manage perfectionism. You must manage perfectionism. In other words, speak to the perfectionist in you and tell him or her that life is not a straight line. Life is not a straight line. In order for you to be consistent this year and for the rest of your life, in order for you to understand the art of consistency, you must know this, that perfectionism will kill your dream. It will derail your dream. You will never get to the end until you understand that it will never be perfect. You will never be able to get it all right all the time. So you must understand, and the next one is very similar to this. You must understand that the art of perfectionism does not exist. Only God is perfect. And so when you're working on whatever you're working on, whether it is a company, a business, a church, a personal life choice, or a career, a family matter, listen, you must understand that it will never be perfect. Okay, it will never be perfect. And so some people quit on the basis that it's not kind of working out, so I'm just going to quit. Remember, before you quit, it's never going to be perfect. Before you quit, remember, it will never be all together. It's never going to happen. So you must keep this in mind if you want to understand how to stay consistent. If you don't understand this, you will quit. Let me tell you a little bit about my first book. When I wrote my first book, the Power of Seed, it took me a very long time because I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. And so I was trying to perfect my book from the word go and make sure everything is okay, the grammar, the spelling and all that. But until I realized that is why there is editing. That is why there is proofreading. That is why later on I can sort it out. Until I realized that if I'm going to try to be perfect on every page, every paragraph, I will never finish writing this book. The same principle applies to you. Don't worry about the mistakes. Don't worry about the errors. We can deal with them later. You must understand that it will never be perfect. It will be wonky sometimes. It will be crooked sometimes. You will even drop some things, which leads me very nicely to the last key that I want to share with you today, because I'm determined to be here for just under half an hour so I can let you go have your dinner, especially because we started a little bit late because my studio had technical issues that, as you can see, I'm not in my studio tonight, but it's all good. At least we're still live. We're still here. We're still together. We are nearly there. So let's deal with the last one together for tonight. And the last key is that you should not be afraid to fail. Do not be afraid to fail. One of the greatest reasons why people quit or people lose their consistency, lose their focus, is because they are scared of failure. Please understand the success versus failure dichotomy. You must understand that in life there are dichotomies: light and darkness, night and day, death and life, or up and down. All these things are designed to move together. Some people call them yin yang. They are a part of life. It is the way it is. God has designed life this way. In every area of your life, for every valley, there's a mountain. As a matter of fact, you can never say something is high if there is no law. You cannot say, talk about death if there is no life. You cannot talk about success without dealing with failure. So you must understand that as you do this journey this year, as you believe God for success this year, as you trust God for prosperity this year, because I am taking as many with me as possible to the top, we're going to prosper this year. This is our year. You must understand that sometimes it won't work. And you may have to go back to the drawing board. And sometimes you will drop the ball. And sometimes it's just not gonna be as you expected. And that is okay. Don't sit down crying and feeling sorry for yourself and throw the toys out of the pushchair and quit. No, it will never ever always be perfect. Remember that. In order for you to understand the art of consistency, remember the dichotomy of success versus failure. The two of them work together. Show me a successful man or woman, and I will show you somebody who has failed many times over. As a matter of fact, a success is just a point where you reach a breaking point of failure, past failure. Every time you reach success, in fact, it never ends. It's a journey. You still haven't succeeded really, because you still failed, because you can become better. And so you can push yourself even further. So you must understand that the ceiling is not limited. It's not sealed. And so every time you win, you lose, you win. With every loss comes closer the win that you're waiting for. It's like the sales world. I used to be a salesman for some years, and I understand the law of averages. And I was taught and trained that out of every 10 doors you knock on to do your sale, one of them will be a yes. But you don't know when the yes is going to come. It might be that you've spoken to 10 people and they've all said no, but the 11th one might say yes. Maybe that's when the 10th the 10th will come. But out of every 100, one of them will say yes. I often say to people, listen, or 10 of them will say yes. If you're looking for a job, okay, make looking for a job your full-time job. So how many applications have you done? Have you done at least 10? Oh, well, out of the 10, one of them will be a yes. So if you've only done 9 and you haven't had any yes, you still have one more to try. And oh, but I've done 11 and I still got no yes. Well, by the time you do 20 applications, 2 of those are bound to be a job offer. It's a law of averages. So understand the dichotomy of success and failure. They are like yin yang. They complement one another. They are designed to be together. In fact, some of the greatest lessons that I've ever learned in my life were in times of difficulty. They were in my worst times. They were in times when I failed, times when I cried, times when it was hard, times when I wanted to quit. But remember, the hallmark of success, of maturity, is when you can keep going even when you don't feel like it. The hallmark of maturity is when you can keep pushing even when you don't feel like it. You know you have matured and you're ready for 24 plenty when you get up in the morning when it's freezing like it is in England. When you get up in the morning and you don't feel like getting up, you know that you have reached a state of maturity. Listen, I love you guys. That is all I wanted to share with you tonight. I am back with another podcast. If there's no Made by Grace show next week, I'm back. And I'm bringing lessons that are designed to give you success in this life, not in heaven, right now, in this life. We got eternal life to look forward to, but we got to enjoy this life here and now. We can't just have the heathens and everybody kind of enjoying the world. This is our daddy's planet, and we're going to succeed, and we're going to make it, and we will enjoy it. We will see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. I'm going to leave you on my screen with a post that I'm inviting you to come to, which is a business seminar. I am doing the first ever business seminar in Zambia. We've done this across the board, but this is the first time we're bringing this to Zambia. So if you're in Zambia, you're watching us right now, listen, I am coming as your coach, a certified success coach, and I've done this for so many years. I'm excited. We can't wait to see you guys in Lusaka on the 5th of April 2024. Is the year of plenty. These transformational thinking seminars are coming to a city near you. So Lusaka, Zambia, it's your time. And if you're in a city that is not near Lusaka, get ready, because we will be coming to you at some point. Otherwise, register, make a note of that, go to our pages, our website, and you will find that. Grace Church Global Family, I love you guys. I see all of you. I see you, Pastor Gertrude. Thank you for the support. We appreciate you, Pastor Miriam, Pastor Anna. I love you guys. Appreciate you so much. And of course, Melon, my scribe, has written out all of the summary of what we have done today. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, Mom. God bless you. I'll see you guys on Sunday at church. I'm ready to bring a word in season, a word for life, because God is on the throne and we win together. Otherwise, I appreciate you all. I don't take you for granted. And I will see you guys on Sunday. For those of you that are not in Bradford, I'll see you online next time I bring another podcast. We've done well today. We've kept it under half an hour, which is what my goal is for these podcast, so that we can let you have the rest of your evening. God bless you. Stay blessed. Keep the joy and keep the faith. And speak to you soon. And some of you, see you soon. Ciao for now. Ciao, ciao.